People who are in my situation, people who are undocumented but also doing the very bizarre thing of trying to get an education and, in my case, succeeding, I feel, lends itself to be an out of the ordinary story, which pretty much becomes the sense of exotification, commodification, and sort of fetishism around my identity just being an undocumented student who is at the university level about to graduate, thinking about going to or going to go to grad school. People want to know that, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Sometimes I'm more than happy to accommodate that, but then other times I do feel that sort of just objectification of my identity because I'm supposed to be outside of the norms, outside of the stereotypes that people put undocumented people in. And I think that part is what bothers me. That I'm the anti-stereotype for undocumented people. Politically, I identify as queer, but within myself and within the personal spectrum of things, I don't necessarily identify with anything, because that's just a part of, I don't know, I feel that it's part of the social narrative that also I fall within because I'm part of this society, of course. But then in many ways, like, I don't. So it's politically, yeah, I'm queer. Personally, I'm a human being, I think. Within the identity of queer, and this is what I mean by falling outside of the social spectrum of what queer is supposed to be. And this is just slowly changing, but within that spectrum, I'm what could be considered someone who is genderqueer, gender neutral, gender variant, gender nonconforming. And essentially what that means is that I don't prescribe or act upon the gender of male or female. Sometimes, most of the times, I'm within both of those two set social norms. Other times I can be more one, other times I can be the other, and other times still, like, I don't feel that I do things that would be something that is either the male or female role. Most of the times, people's reactions to my identity revolve around the gender aspect. Because ultimately, unless I tell someone that I am undocumented, unless I tell someone that I am a particular type of queer person, they don't know. What people can pick up on is the gender, what they perceive me to be, either as a woman or as a man. And then once I tell people that I don't identify as either, then that's a very strong point of distinction for people. And I understand that a lot of people say that I'm trying to challenge the systems that are in place around gender, but I don't think I do that. A lot of people say that I'm mysterious and that some other thing like that, but I don't think I do that either. I feel that I'm very honest when it comes to my gender, and I'm very vocal about it for that same reason. And people are either going to be receptive to it and allow it to be part of just one of the aspects that makes me the person that I am, or they're going to fight back against it. And it doesn't matter what type of person it is, what community they belong to, how they identify. Even within the queer community, immigrant community, these questions still come up. Because you set, as I said earlier, I set myself, not that I set myself, but I am outside of the parameters of all of these different communities. I am, in essence, the counter stereotype to a lot of these communities. And that makes people uncomfortable. And I'll understand that this is what limits them from understanding me, is their own limitation of consciousness. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just they haven't experienced, they haven't been introduced, they haven't been immersed in the type of thoughts and the type of new methods of thinking about gender and sexuality and activism and all of these different forms of identity. That's all I have to say about that. Fuck, my love.
I was like, come on, your answer can't be this long.
That's why I cut it short. I could have made it longer.
I know you could have.
Hey.